I've spent the last 90 days testing 3 different merino wool t-shirts. I wore each shirt for 30 days straight and only washed it on the 15th day. And in this video, I want to find out, is merino wool that special of a material to travel with? And you know what makes this video unique? It's not sponsored. And you know what that means? I can do whatever I want. There it is, in the water. I'm gonna need that for the rest of the video. It's the expensive one. Now don't get me wrong, if a merino wool company reaches out and wants to sponsor a video, my DMs are open. But for this video, I wanted an unbiased opinion. Bookers, welcome back to the channel. I'm excited about this one, I hope you are too. There's also a very good reason why I wanted to get this shirt soaking wet. We'll come back to that later in the video. Shirt number 1 from Unbound Merino, $90, 100% merino wool. Shirt number 2 from Smartwool, coming in at $84. It is not 100% merino. It is 88% merino and 12% nylon. Shirt number 3 from Merino Protect, $44, 100% merino. We're testing 5 things. The smell test, doing that right now. The fit test, how does this large shirt look on an average semi-muscular man? The durability test, does it matter if there's a little nylon in the shirt? The dry test, how fast does it dry in case you get it wet and you need it the next day? And number 5, retention, stay till the end. The most important, the final verdict. Which one is the actual best travel t-shirt? What are you doing today? Oh, just testing wool. Yeah, merino. Ever heard of it? Well, I'm gonna see if it smells. I'm gonna hike up a mountain here and sweat in each one of the shirts equally. And then when I get to the top, I'm going to smell them to see which one smells the best or worst. Gotta change shirt for the test. Team, we've made it. 3 shirts, 1 view, 3 smell tests. Unbound Merino, 100% merino. It does not smell. Okay, right in the armpit, a little smell. Passed the smell test. It's barely there. Okay, Smartwool. This one a little bit. There's a slight smell to it. I think it's the synthetic fabric. It's grabbing the smell. $44. Merino Protect. Smells the freshest. I don't know why. Maybe I didn't quite sweat in it as much, but 100% merino passes the smell test. Next up, the dry test. There was a good reason I threw that shirt in the water. I threw the other 2 in, got them nice and wet, and then constructed this hanger to let them dry in the cool breeze for 30 minutes. I sat down and took notes. I walked around and felt the fabric, examined it, and after 30 minutes, we got to see which shirt was the driest. And the results are in. 1 is soaking wet, 10 is completely dry. The blue shirt, Protect, 6 out of 10. Still a little bit damp. Smartwool, 8 out of 10. You could almost wear that. It's almost that dry. Unbound, 6 out of 10. Maybe it's the little bit of synthetic that helped the Smartwool win this challenge. The final results of the fit test are in. I chose this white wall to put the focus on the shirts. Remember, I wore each one of these shirts for 30 days straight, 15th day hand wash and laid flat to dry. And on the 30th day, I washed all of them in the washer and then dried them to see if there was any damage and how the durability was, and ultimately, how's the fit? Merino Protect, first up, the $44 t-shirt. I think this scores an 8 out of 10. Still fits very well. After 30 days of wearing it, it still has a decent tightness and fit to it. I don't feel like it's loose, saggy, and there are no holes. The Smartwool t-shirt. This scores a 5 for me. It looks like a medium. Tell me if you think different. I also feel like there's a slight itch to this shirt. I'm not sure if that's because it's a blend or that's just the way the merino is. But to me, it's small. It got too small. It fit a little bit better out of the package. So if I cared for it a little bit more, maybe didn't throw it in the dryer that one time that caused the shrinkage, that could be it. But we got a 5 on this one. Last one, Unbound, the most expensive. Surprise, surprise, I feel like it fits the best. There is a double stitching in the collar, which I think helps it hold up a little bit more. Overall, the length and the shape of the shirt is what I reach for the most. If it's in the closet, there's 3 of them sitting there. This is the one I'm usually grabbing. What do you think? Not about this. What do you think about the fits? Drop a comment. Next up, the durability test. We're starting with Merino Protect. First up, the front of the shirt, and overall, I think it looks pretty good. There is a little bit of pilling. The collar is decent, But where you're gonna notice the most wear and tear is the back of this shirt. Check out the middle. I put some serious wear and tear on that one. And surprisingly, this happened on the plane seat, which is unfortunate because you do a lot of that while you're traveling. Final score for Merino Protect, a 5. Just a little too much pilling. Next up, the Smartwool. Remember, this is our blend, and overall, it looks pretty good after 30 days of wear. If we check out the back of this shirt, it does not have the pilling that the Merino Protect had, and that is probably because of the nylon that is woven into this fabric. Final score for Smartwool, an 8. Next up, our Unbound tee does have a little bit of pilling, maybe just because it's black, but what you'll notice is it is grabbing some of the other little fibers or fabrics from other shirts, especially around the neck area. Let's check the back. Interesting, you can see some pilling here up at the top of the shirt, but overall it does look like it's in slightly better shape than the Merino Protect. And the final score for Unbound, an 8. Speaking of the quality, before we get into the overall rankings, I think it's important to learn a little more about Merino, and that will help you make a more educated decision on if you should buy these shirts for yourself. Here's the part where you get smarter and become more interesting. Merino wool is made from sheep, not just any sheep, special sheep in a special place, New Zealand and Australia. Then people take this special sheep fur that has evolved over a long, long time, many, many years, and they process it down into a t-shirt. And it's special because of this. Let's take this weed, foxtail. It has some of the similar properties to merino wool. One, it shifts with the weather, and it has this protective layer on the inside and outside. Two are these tiny little hairs inside the foxtail that are all going one way, almost like hooks. Imagine this shrunk down to something the width of a human hair. That is what a single merino wool fiber looks like under a microscope. Overlapping scales on the outside. These scales repel water, which is why merino doesn't get clammy when you sweat. And on the inside, the fiber is naturally crimped, wavy, springy, and that crimp traps air. This is what keeps you warm in the cold and cool in the heat. Regular wool has 2 crimps per square inch. Merino wool has about 100. That's why your grandpa's wool sweater itched. Merino wool doesn't itch. They shear the sheep once or twice a year when it's warm. Scouring, this is a key step. The raw fleece is washed in hot water with soap. Clean fibers get combed and aligned so they all run in the same direction. Spinning, the aligned fibers get twisted into yarn. Dyeing, knitting, and sewing, and then your t-shirt is born. No wonder they cost a little bit more because they're special and they have special properties. That's where we're going. But there's 2 more science things we need to learn about. A micron, this is the diameter of the wool, and you want it to be a smaller number. That means it's softer. Then you have the GSM, how heavy is the whole fabric per square meter. Our shirts, our micron fiber, and then our weight. Unbound merino, softest, 17.5. Also the heaviest, those 2 might correlate. Merino Protect comes in at 18.5 on the micron, so not quite as soft, but it is lighter. Smartwool, can't figure out the microns. Comes in at the lightest at 150 GSM. See, there's a love-hate with merino wool. Comes out of the box amazing, it's soft, and then after a while, people retract the reviews. Back to 1 star. I won't travel with this. It's kind of like Uncle Bob. You know, he gets there and he's the fun uncle, and then he turns into the I drank too much uncle. Synthetic t-shirts and cotton t-shirts, they have one advantage on merino wool, and that's they're durable. You see, merino has these special fibers, those interlocking fibers that we talked about, that do special things with moisture because they are from the special sheep from a special place. And you can go weeks without washing a merino shirt. I did that and it did not smell at all, but you need to care for it. No high heat. Hand wash, lay flat to dry. If you do these things, you can avoid the holes and the pilling. Well, you still get some pilling. I'll show you that. What's it gonna be, team? What is more important to you? The synthetic shirt, you know, you're gonna smell a little bit, but hey, it's durable. You'll just wash it every day. Or do you wanna pack 2 merino wool t-shirts And you don't have to worry about the smell. You can walk around Old Town, sweat a little bit, next day, wake up with the same shirt on. You know, is it naturally cleaning all of the germs off it? No, I don't know about that. Buggers, we're here. Took over 90 days to make this video. Cover my bald spot, get to the perfect position here. In third place, we have the Smartwool t-shirt. The fit just didn't do it for me, and it itched a little bit. It also didn't pass the smell test. I don't dig the nylon weaved into the wool. Smartwool, good try. We're down to the final two. The underdog coming in at $40, and the beast of Unbound with a marketing budget of who knows what. I don't know if it was price bias, because when you buy something that's expensive, you want it to be worth more, but in the end, the Unbound was the shirt that I grabbed most. Protect comes in second. Over these last couple weeks when I was making this video, I had the opportunity to just grab whatever shirt I wanted. I wasn't wearing each one for 30 consecutive days. And I found myself grabbing the Unbound Merino the most. But in the end, it was a very close call between Merino Protect and Unbound. So if you want a great deal and you want to try Merino, it might be a good option to pick up a Merino Protect shirt. But if you can swing $90 a tee, Unbound was really comfortable. Drop a comment and let me know which brand I should test next. I want to run this back against another Merino wool brand to see if it can stand up. And if you enjoyed this video, check out this one if you want to save a little bit of money. Only $30 for this Uniqlo backpack. Or this video if you want to check out everything that I take on a long haul flight. Can't thank you enough for being here. See you on the next one. Boom.